Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. It's time for the daily news. I actually have a lot of info today. They dropped the weekend event info, so I'm gonna sneeze. Holy crap! Sorry, excuse me. I'm very sorry. Um, they dropped the weekend event info for the showdown, so should be able to get you guys a breakdown in tomorrow's news like normal. Scotty hasn't said he can't, so I assume he will because he's always awesome about that. So here's your information for the weekend. There's actually a lot of news to cover today. Your PvE CSS, these are tours, right? Brawn Breaker, Bone Breaker, Alistair Black, Fade to Black, Cody Rhodes, Endless Nightmare. These are all zombies so far. Brock Lesnar, The Beast Reincarnated, Sheamus, Gulick Warrior, Roman Reigns, This Is My Graveyard, Shawn Michaels, The Heartless Kid, Sami Zayn, The Underdog from the Underworld, Gunther, Ring General, Decay, Steamboat, Eternal Dragon, and LA Knight, Nah. There's going to be energy tours for Showdown, like there has been. Zombie Brat, Zombie Black, Zombie Ray, new Smash, new Xavier Woods, new Kofi Kingston, new Axe, Sami Zayn, Zombie, and Braun Breaker, Bone Breaker. Prize Wall highlights: 7 new skill plates to be determined. So apparently we're going to have 7 new skill plates. I would assume some of them are going to be one color thing or do a similar thing, you know, like it wouldn't surprise me if we maybe saw Crossbreak Ultimate. I'm just spitballing some stuff here. We don't have any of those yet that add 500%. No Silence Gems that add 500%. You know, probably other stuff that we don't have 500% that I'm not thinking of at the moment. Leech Gems, we already got the Rainbow Leech, so it wouldn't be anything like that. So, you know, it could be something like that, but we don't know. Anyway, 7 new skill plates. And then your point structure is on the right. But your showdown CSS, any zombie, any New Day, any Sami Zayn, any Braun Breaker, love the any's. Rey Mysterio, Mascara del Zombie Ray. We'll just go with that. New Day's World, that's the new Woods or Kofi. Usos, We the One, that's the zombie. Zombie Zayn, Zombie Braun Breaker, and Zombie Black. Those are your showdown CSS. So that's that news. Super important. Claim your Blitz ticket. This should be the last one. Do your Blitz right away so people in your faction can plan. Do not wait till the last minute on this one, please. I'm asking for your faction mates and your faction leaders. So claim that. Do your Blitz right away. In fact, we will probably just bang that out right now. And if you're watching this, if you haven't done it, you should do it at the same time if you're able. Because it takes 2 seconds. And yeah, clear out your blitzes ASAP. If you have any left, get them all done. You get points, your faction gets points, everybody leaves happy. Yeah. So also, guys, I've been asked if the Monday night meta loot is going to carry over. And while I am not 100% sure, what I can do is say I'm very likely that it's not, the coins won't carry over. You should spend them probably to be safe if you don't have them. And the reason why is the loot coin for this month for it looks different. The loot coin for this month for Monday Night Meta looks like this, which is different than the last one. And typically when loot coins look different, they're not the same loot. So while it's completely up to you, do so at your own risk. I would advise spending your Monday Night Meta loot pulls. You can wait till the last day on the timer though, and then pull them the last day. Because if the timer gets extended, then you know then there's no reason to rush it. But I kind of don't think so, right? Kind of don't think so. So yeah. So that covers that. Also, I'll show you the news. I don't think I ever covered it in the news that they sent out free Zombie Hogan. I might have forgot. It's in your inbox. You want to make sure and claim him. That's awesome. I like how they did it and why they did it. So there's that. Also, and we'll look at this. I don't know if I had any Hall of Fame tokens to convert, but the Hall of Fame convert token went live. and it converted automatically. They removed them from your inventory and converted them for you, and it'll be in your mailbox to claim, right? So let's take a look at the mail right now. I was just kind of talking through that while we went through the Blitz here. My faction's getting farther. Excellent. We're really close to this gold chest milestone. And if you start hitting these bonus milestones, there's some huge zombies on the table. That's why this is important, right? I'm at like 1100 currency. This would be like 2100, 3200, 4600. And this would get one of the big zombies if for some miracle we got to here. I can't imagine we will, but you guys see how important that is when you look at the prize wall. Every one of those bonus milestones are huge for people in your faction, so do your crap right away. Don't make them wait, because some people will spend to get stuff, and you don't want to cost your friends money, I would hope, right? So do that Blitz right away. I know I've been harping on that all week, but, you know. And I didn't have any Hall of Fame tokens, so I don't have the mail on the free-to-play. Mherex has like 340 some bags worth to cash in. So make sure and do that. Get my portal claim. There's Blitz tickets today. Free Blitz ticket to claim too for the other thing going on, which is Voldemort Blitz. And you can see I actually have 1,320 currency. So yeah, every one of those milestones is huge. You can buy the tickets, of course. We're not going to look at the offers yet, though. But you get in the tours today. There's new. Yeah, we'll start with. Actually, let's start with the events first. So they added new tasks to the Graveyard Solo, right? You got Blitz with CM Punk, Blitz with Ray, Graveyard Blitz with any powerhouse superstar, and then with any zombie, right? So ideally, you use a powerhouse zombie to beat three of them. In a perfect world, one Punk, one Ray, and then whoever you want for the other one, and you clear all of them in 3 matches. In an unperfect world where you don't have a zombie powerhouse like myself, you're doing this with the zombie you do have, which is Aleister Black, thankfully. And then you're doing this with powerhouses, right? So there's your extra points there for the Blitz, and finish up your showdown task when you can. I still have to do my zombie black ones. I just got him this morning because I maxed my showdown contest to get enough armory to get to that milestone. So I now have zombie black. Heck yeah. So Graveyard Blitz, new tours today. You get 3 tickets on normal using any zombie. These are quite easy. Seamus is going to be able to rip through normals for you, which is great. Hard mode, it's Zombie Taker on this hard mode, and hell mode is LA Na, and the other one, hard mode, is Powerhouse Ray, and Zombie CM Punk on the other hard mode for those tours, hard and hell, right? And you get more Blitz tickets if you have the CSS. Otherwise, the rest of us get 6, which is just enough if you do 3 with zombies and 3 with powerhouses, right? If you can't do both, like I can't, there's that. So yeah, showdown, you're gonna have so that's the new stuff with that event and the Blitz tickets and all of that. I don't think any of the other stuff is expiring except the Graveyard Blitz has 24 hours on it. That's the only one. So back to the tours. So there's these new ones, right? These are the 2 that you get the tickets for. You can see you get 3 on this normal one too. And then if you have CSS, I believe it's 1. If you have Ray and Zombie Taker. And this one, I think it's 2, it might be 3. Yeah, 2 for Punk and 2 for Zombie LA, right? Excuse me. They also added more hype tours, which is awesome. Survival matches for Zombie Ray, love that. And Zombie Brett, love that too. I potentially am going to be able to recruit Brett this month, so that's great. So I'm definitely very, very pleased with that. Those hype tours there. They are survival ones. The newer zombies, you can't sub them. It's a pain. So MP down is your friend. If you have a stunner, so Zombie Austin, Zombie Brian, and who's the other one that stuns? I'm trying to think of it. There's another one that stuns too. That's maybe even 2 more. But anyway, you can use stuns. Otherwise, just use MP down trainers and coaches and MP down props. You can get through these relatively easy with props and stuff with a couple tries, you know, and if you get bad luck. So yeah, there's those. I've done both of the CM Punks on normal and hard without props with my 5K or 7K Hogan, 7K Hogan, right? And I've got through those without props. This one I'll have to use props on hell mode. But so I'm gonna get through all of those today. That's my plan. You guys can do you, no CSS, but if you have a stun locker, that's the way to go. Otherwise, if you know, have somebody that runs countdowns and has a JD plate or something, you know, where you can drain their MP, cross breaks in a veer plate and drain their MP, you can do that too. So what else is new? We have the Voldemort Blitz. So just doing the Blitz gets you 2,000 points plus your CSS stuff per Blitz. You get 6. That's at least 12,000 points. But then you get free one as well. So you get 8. So that should be 16,000 points free with no CSS. And then, you know, if you have the CSS, you can get a bunch more. Plus doing these things, right? Get them there. Here's your powerhouse ones, right? So I can win mine with like Boss Man. I have the bug that's killing my superstars. Love that. And I can barely run this. Barely run this, but I can run it. So I can win with black with the zombies, which is great, or Seamus, and then powerhouse is in the other one. But what kind of Voldemort do we have? No entourage. No straps or medals, no skill plates, but you can use props. So if you can use props, it's all good. MP down, MP up, get through it, right? Gear counts as well if you have gear. Who are we fighting? They don't show me till I join, huh? Well, let's do the zombie ones first. And we'll join with that. Like this. So, Tuso? Will you show me? Well, let's just beat this one real quick for you guys. And then see what we get with Tuso. After Tuso, so you know. So I can tell you. No entourage, which is great. And when I say great, I mean it's really not. I have green MP up if I need it, and let's bring purple down just in case, because, you know, I want to get my rewards. What could go wrong, he said. Alright. I don't think at this level I have to worry. So I'm gonna not use my stuff. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. I don't have a green match, which is really annoying. But I do have a purple into a red. So I can health steal and then hopefully pin him, but let's see what he's gonna do with his mess here. That's more damage than I wanted to take on my bar. It looks worse than it is, I think. I'm not stressed. Now, I should use Seamus on this one, because he would start charged. If your Seamus is higher, just use Seamus for your zombie blitz if you don't have the CSS, right? Mine obviously is not, because I'm free. Get rid of those purple gems here. Swipey, swipey. There we go. Alright, now we can see who's the next one. I mean, not ideal, but I don't like using props if I don't have to. I should have used Seamus for that one, though. Start with Seamus and then switch, because he could easily have beat that one. And I'll look at the talent on this one. Seamus may easily be able to do it if you have enough low talent zombies. I could put Drew in for this guy for the other ones and make it easy. I think I could probably get away with that if Sammy's only 11k. How much health does he have? 204k? Yes, Seamus would work just fine. Just fine. Sammy doesn't start loaded. So let's just bring Seamus in right here. I think he'll work fine because he gets the turn delay too, which should be really good for Voldemort tours, right? 362k bonus for every player turn that has passed. Yeah, Seamus is easy money, right? If you have a low enough talent to go with him, don't bring any golds. Just go in there with Seamus. I hadn't played these yet, so sorry about the wrong character first. But there you go. 2-star Seamus can get you guys through this. Don't use a bunch of over-leveled zombies. And he can do your zombie part no problemo. So then you just have to worry about the powerhouse matches. You know? And if you have enough tickets, then you don't have to worry at all. You can use Seamus for the zombies and use whoever you want for the powerhouse. So, yeah. Alright. I'm good with that. That's not the worst Voldemort tour they've ever done. I want all of the zombie milestones. I'm going to need all of these points. I think I can actually get to the gold chest. So that's cool. It looks decent, right? Looks pretty good, actually. If free-to-play can get there to the gold chest, I always think it's a good event, because then everyone can if they put effort into it. So, okay. That's the Blitz. And Showdown we've talked about. I don't think there's anything else. New speed tour, obviously do that. If you want to do the Monday night meta tour, your last chance to do a rebuy if you want 5 more pulls. Go ahead. I'm not going to do it on this one because I don't think they're going to carry over. If they were going to carry over, I would. But 400 currency is a lot for me on this account. I have to use it very wisely, so I'm going to pass on that. Let's see what we have for offers. And I didn't really look at the portal offers either too much today. So I'll double check those while we're going through this. See if there's anything extra spicy there comparatively. Doesn't really look like it. Nothing really special in the portal today, but you should always purchase there because you get, unless some countries get taxed weird and it's more expensive or something. So I guess not everyone should buy the portal, but if you're in the US, you should always spend on the portal for sure. You get way more bang for your buck. So these are the graveyard double whammies, 2-for-1s. Hey, I kind of talked about this yesterday. 55 and 24, 2-for-1s. Those can show up, and here we have them already. I don't like when they sell prop packs. It's better, I guess, than not selling it if you need them, but... Oh. Okay, it's just for zombies. Okay. If you really need... If there's a zombie you absolutely are dying to have an affiliation for, you're still risking it, so no. Not that impressive. But it does come with the loopholes, so better than just the standard stuff, not as good as the doubles. If you really want Blitz tickets, there you go. I love this deal. Ray's great. 6-star silver straight up buy him, but you can also get him on the prize wall. So, you know, if you want to save your prize wall currency to get someone else and you still want Ray, you can do this. So I don't mind these offers at all. Plus it comes with pulls. Takers strictly for the CSS. I don't love him, but you get the pulls. He's extra. So I think we covered that yesterday. These are all still the same. The Taker, but not Ray. Yeah, these are, you know, no bonuses on these, so the dual pack is definitely the way to go. If you want the stun lock strap for black, this is the last day for that, and him at 6-star gold. So that's an option if you're a spender. And I don't think there's anything else new. I think that's it for the new stuff, but we do have new loot to look at. If you're curious how many prize wall currency I'm at the moment, it's 1,320. Which puts me not quite as far as I want, but I can get to Ray, which is awesome. And I will absolutely do that. And I am getting close-ish. Ah, here we go, boys. Yeah. See, I'm getting farther in the solo, and now we are getting into very close to bonus milestones. Let's go, team. Let us go, team. And you know, every one of these is huge. That's why the Blitz matters. Do it right away. Help your faction out. And it also mattered to get to the gold chest for the solo points, because I get some more of these. And do anything you can to get solo points. If it's going to get you to that tier, which I'm almost to. 45k. So that means using perks, like leveling up perks and leveling up Seamus if you can. Unfortunately, when you're free to play, it's very difficult. So like my Seamus, I don't think I'm even close on tokens, and it's a horrible use of tokens anyway till you get the fuse. But I would see, I'm still a long way away, so I have no chance at getting any more talent with him. Next thing you do is you go to your roster, hit perks, and see what we can do for perks, because you get some points when you level up perks. Not a lot, but it's some. All right, so we can do that. Oh, I almost, is that maxed out? Not quite. One away from max, but 2 MP and 1 charge. So that gets some points there. Limited time tour doesn't do anything, and I don't think there's any showdown perks to be had. No. And the Blitz perks, I'll see if we can add anything. Nope, nothing there either. So, not a lot you can do perk-wise, but there's some. Maybe it'll push you over the edge, maybe not. And let's see. So, other places you can get points. If you have web coins, in the flash market for web coins, there are milestones that have solo points. First milestone has 1,000. Second milestone has 3,000 keys, which helps your faction. Third milestone has 2,000 points. So if you get close to that 45k and you got a few web coin currency, because even free to play get them, you can use it there. In fact, what are those at? 2,000 experience, 1,200. I only have 960 web coins, so I don't think I can get anywhere to enough to matter, because I can get 120 points, 80 points. Yeah, you would need a couple thousand web coins plus to get into the milestones, right? But that's an option for a lot of people to get some extra points. So go ahead and check there for your solo points, because if you're getting close. I don't know that I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't think I can get points anywhere else. I've done all my tours and that stuff, so... And I think the faction has hit all of their milestones at this point as well. So I don't think I can get there. You might be able to. Let's see if this one... Yep, no more points there. And, oh, I have some more here in this one. So maybe I can get there when I do my blitzes. We'll see. There's some points in here yet. All hope is not lost, fellas. Yeah, all hope is not lost. We'll have to see. It's going to be really close. Anyway, the zombie thing. Do it. Get it done. You know, get your tickets. I don't think I have... Yeah, I'm not close to anything here. I'm very close to a key pull, but not quite. Later today, I can probably record my first zombie key pull ever. I'll probably do that. But the loot, the elite loot. Focus, Mherex, focus. So, featured 1.14%. You get guaranteed 1 mega rare. So 24 pulls, 1 in 5 chance, basically, of hitting the featured, which is all cards. But not great odds, so you're probably not getting them, realistically. Mega rare is, if you do a 24 pull, you get a guaranteed mega rare. And I believe there's shards in here. Yeah, it's either for Axe, who's freaking awesome, or Kofi. So there's that. If you want to do that. And then the super rare bracket is if you want to recruit Penta early, or if you're somebody who doesn't normally recruit him, then maybe you do 4 pulls if Penta's what you're after this month. So it kind of depends what you're after. I would say you'd be best suited though to pull the mega of it, even if you're after Penta, because the super rare has a 38% clip, right? So you might as well try and get him in the featured there. And get the mega rare for potentially getting Axe or Kofi, unless you had everything else. And then Bonebreaker Brawn in the commons, right? So these are fine. They have more value generally at the start when they make a bigger difference. Like if you get Brawn Breaker, he's going to be big bonus points in Showdown. He always is. You always get all that extra stuff. You get his special tours, and then you get plates and stuff. So that's why this has the best value. And then if you get early, and then if you get Penta, when Penta's contest shows up, same thing as Brawn, you're going to get a bunch more prizeable currency, yada, yada, yada. So this has the best value week 1, in my opinion, and it goes down every week thereafter, typically. Okay? That's not to say I think you should pull on it, because, you know, I don't necessarily. But if you're down zombies and you're looking for something to do and money to spend, you can get the double pull. So you could do it at worse times, like yesterday when we talked about this. Would have been a much worse time than when there's a double pull going on, right? But if you're somebody that has most of the zombies, it's probably not, the best idea. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys. I am going to get through my Voldemort blitzes really quick and see where I get in the solo contest and watch my faction score move and sit there hoping and praying we get a bunch of currency to spend on the zombie wall. I hope you guys get a bunch of currency. It's exciting when you can get full superstars that you don't have, especially of the rare variety of the zombies. And I don't have that feeling on Mherex because there's nothing he can get on the prize wall that's new. So it's great to have that on the redo. And it makes it way more interesting today for me in the game than it would be otherwise because there's something to look forward to, Anyway, guys, we'll do the breakdown tomorrow. I'm going to try and post still today. We'll see if I get it done. I think I should be able to either Zombie Punk or Zombie LA Knight, maybe both. If not, I'll post the other one tomorrow morning since they're both on the prize wall. And then I probably tentatively, I'm up to 1550. All right. We'll try and get, I did Sammy this morning. I will try some point this month to get a lot of the relevant zombies, like with decent-ish gameplay loops. I'll try and get Tuso this month for sure. Bailey, I've done one recently, but I can do a new one. I will try and get Cody in a showcase. And like for sure, this month sometime I'll do Brett and Chelsea for sure at some point as well. And probably Liv and Becky as well at some point. Orton, I don't know that I will because I think 5-match 3-swipe gameplay is poopy. But I'll take another look at him and see what I find. But yeah, and maybe tomorrow, maybe try and get Tuso as well since he's one of the more expensive ones. And a lot of people are asking between Sammy. In a lot of videos, I've seen the question asked, who's better, Sammy or Tuso? That's really tough, to be honest. I think, though, the right answer, it's hard really to say straight out, except, so, how do I say this? Uso. If you have all of his stuff, he can hit really hard with a fairly low cascade risk chance. To me, though, it's still a cascade risk chance, so I won't fight with him at Showboat because there's way better options unless I have to. But that doesn't mean you might be okay with it. It's a three match, essentially, a 1x3 area. You have to proc to get the pyros to go off to get the multiplies. You really want his gear and stuff like that for it, though, and possibly some of the moments. But, he can still hit hard without it. Obviously, he hits harder with it, like everything else. Really, though, where I think Tuso matters is he's at the moment basically protect gem coaches and trainers that do damage or reduce damage are the redheaded stepchild of WWE champions. They get no love. There's hardly any of them. That's why most of the protect gem damage per gem moves suck, is because you just can't amplify it. Medals and straps don't make a difference on it, and there's almost no trainers, right? If like really, you know how we got a 300% leech gem trainer in EO? There should be a 300% protect gem damage trainer just like that. Besides him, there's one other coach, and it's 15%. So he's kind of one of one right now. So in that regard, I have to follow my own how I rate things typically. There is no replacement for him if you don't have him. It's just a straight up, there is literally no replacement. You go from double protect gem damage to just regular, right? Because there's only 2 coaches and one is a crappy 15% and he's 100%. And if you don't have him, then you lose 100%. So yeah, he's something you cannot replace right now in the game. So for that reason alone, I would take him over Sammy, right? As far as fighters go, it depends what you have, how you like to play, game style. I personally think Sammy's the better fighter if you have everything for both of them, but people can argue and will argue if you don't care about cascading. Tuso with everything can be ridiculously fast, 2-move kind of move set, but the cascade risk turns me off. So I would personally choose Sammy as the fighter, but you can absolutely make a case for Tuso as the fighter. But that's probably the single question I've been asked the most in videos, even recently, is I'm choosing between these two, which one? And I personally would say Tuso, but because of the coach ability. As far as like those, like Becky has a on a free to play account, Becky's gameplay loop is fine. Hits hard with a sub. On anything where you have any kind of, you spend a little bit, you should have options, especially at Lady Acrobat, that don't require you to use a sub, right? And so she's not good. You won't use her. Except, but like on my free to play, I would absolutely use Becky, probably more than Liv. At the same time, Liv has a pretty nice kick out and multiply reversal, so you know there's that. Both of their coaches are okay-ish. They're decent. So that's kind of a harder pick. Liv and Bailey, I would take Bailey all day, every day. Her coach is better. She's more useful. It's a no-brainer, right? Of these three, I would go Tuso first, Sammy second, Tuso for the coach only, Sammy second, Becky third, and then these two for sure. Not even, no thinking required. Bailey, better coach, better fighter, right? Win on every level. And then Ray all the way for me personally. But he's awesome. So and then also I want to thank a bunch of people messaged me, like Brett's in the daily stuff, and Chelsea's guaranteed in the daily bag. And yes, I do know that. If you look at the calendar, how the heck do you get to the calendar, the login calendar again? There's a way to get there. Daily rewards right here. Oof. That almost, Brett's the daily one, right? So if you want to gamble on shards and think you're going to get there and can take them off a wall and then you can. And Chelsea, you're going to get for free at the end of the month. Keyword end of the month. And she's also 3-star gold. On my personal account, it's really difficult for me to take people to the training levels needed, especially zombies. All of them, the filled stars make a big difference on hitting their training levels. All of last year's zombies, right? So the fact that I get full 6-star Brett at 6-star, full 6-star Chelsea at 6-star when I have no shards of any kind extra is worth the 200 and worth the 900. Where that would tip the difference is right now I'm at 1550 and I want Ray, right? If it could get me an extra zombie, I would. I prefer Ray over Cody. I'm going to get Ray over Cody. So that's what I'm going to do, personally. And, after, he'd be my first pick. Right now I'd get Ray and Chelsea. I'd love to get Ray, Chelsea, and this. And I'd rather have those three. Bailey would be hard to pass up actually on this account, but I have Nia Jax at Lady Striker, so not nearly as worried. Yeah, not nearly as worried. So I think I would go that route. And I appreciate their trainers more than I do like Liv's or Becky's, right? And the fact that they're already 6-star is going to help my account more, especially account that has no multiply coaches really to speak of. And it was going to struggle a very long time to get someone like Sherry. These will be pretty useful for me, I think. So that's the tentative game plan. But I do appreciate people letting me know that in comments and messaging me on Discord. That's the kind of stuff I like to hear, because I can also pass that advice to the community, like I just did. So if you're not jonesing for those right away, if you have resources to level people up, potentially star fill, then you can just kind of wait for sure on Chelsea. Brett, there's also the other prize wall with the shards in. You're probably going to get really close shard-wise, I would think. And then you can take the shards off of this prize wall, right? So there's just different options that you can do there, right? And then just a reminder, don't forget about this token here if you need it to potentially get more shards for this month, okay? So that's what I got for you guys. This ended up me talking a lot at the end, and then longer than I thought. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's helpful. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. And other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and good luck out there. Looking forward to the weekend. The weekend and the weekend. I love it when it's showdown weekend, because I have more free time. And Mrs. Mherex and I will be doing some gaming this weekend. Some D4. Yes. Probably some Fallout as well, 76.